Hello everyone, Shiro48 here is back with yet another video. Now today I'm just going to be doing a playthrough of Maximum Football 18, and I've somewhat made the CFL teams. Now, there's 3 different rule sets to the game that you can actually have, which are Canadian, American, and they even have college football rules. So if you really wanted to edit the teams like college teams, and you could do that in this game. Now I meant to do this months earlier since this came out back in July, I believe. And I don't know, I've been preocupado doing other things. Whether it be league racing or just getting ready for school. But finally, a little look at the game itself. Now, first thing you're gonna notice, the controls are different. Like, if you've played Madden a lot, then you might as well throw everything you know about the controls out the window. I mean, the sprint button is like what it used to be, where it would be the A button instead of right trigger. And I'd imagine for most Madden players who've been around long enough, they haven't used the A button to sprint since, well, the Gen 6 days. So I mean, unless you were able to play like the PS2 Maddens that go like all the way up to 2011. Well, 2011 being Madden 12. Even though it does take longer than it should to go through transitions, and well, you'll see some of the bullshit through the game, whether it be passes that clearly should have been caught, or better yet, pass markers being way off. Like, it'll be throwing a bullet and it's not gonna go anywhere near the receiver. You know, I think that might be how the QBs are all statted, because I checked the ratings and it seems like every player, well, every team has like the same exact rating. But again, it's something you can go into like Team Editor and change it all about how you want. Kind of like I was planning to make a CFL roster with this game, but then I realized that that would be extremely time consuming. Plus the game will crash on you sometimes, so it's like you could be working on, say, Bo Levi, Mitchell, or fuck, what's his name from the Edmonton Eskimos? The guy that wears number 13. Because watch it be in the back of my memory now, and then and then it just comes back to me later. But anyways, I mean, obviously this isn't much graphically, but I mean, the game's not bad itself for what it's worth, because it's only $17. And their budget is nowhere near what Madden has. Granted, that'd be if you took like the advertising and licensing out of the equation. Because shit, I don't even think you could go on most websites and find any kind of advertising for this game. But yeah. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I know I was gonna say I was gonna do commentary all the way through, but Jesus Christ, we're talking almost 30 minutes, which is like the maximum that Upload Studio allows, and quite frankly, I'm not one to do videos that fucking long. I mean, I made 15-minute videos, but 29 is, well, a stretch to say the least. You can say what's going on and replace the announcers, but I don't know, I could save that for another time. And better yet, I could mention the state of the CFL now looking to expand back into Halifax. Which, you know what, fuck it. Since I have the time, yeah. The team in Halifax apparently could maybe start playing 2020. Well, I don't know if they've, like, found a facility yet or not. But it would be the first time that the CFL's tried to expand there since the ill-fated Atlantic Schooners. Which, for those who don't know, is, well, what could have been a CFL team that started play in 1984, but they folded before they could even snap the ball. So, yeah. Not to mention the past few years being the first time the CFL's really expanded since another ill-fated attempt, which would be entering the US. Boy, did they mess that one up. Even though the end result was Baltimore being the only city to have both the Lombardi Trophy come to them and the Grey Cup. I mean, unless the NFL moves the team to Montreal or Toronto. At least I believe the Argos were good enough at one point to have one. Speaking of which, yeah, Argos and Red Blacks. Though the uniforms may be a bit off, but with this game you're kind of limited on the kind of stripes you can do and pretty much anything you can do with the uniforms. But again, it beats, somehow the level of customization in this game actually beats what they have in Madden. Because, I mean, every year they're talking about custom uniforms, but really, you're talking about, like, maybe 3 uniforms and 3 sets of logos for what is still 17 cities. And like it's been like that since Madden 25. Yet God, I'm just going all over the place on it. But anyways, yeah, the relocation setting has been like that since Madden 25. 17 cities, 3 logos for each city, and 3 uniforms for each logo. And then you basically chose between 5 stadiums. I mean, I know it says 10 stadiums, but really it's like taking shortcuts versus having the high quality, state-of-the-art facility that you know is going to last like 20 years down the road. Not to say that picking the standard option or basic stadiums would be that bad, but yeah, you're choosing between everything being level 5 and everything being level 2. I mean, I know this is kind of strange for this to go off into a tangent and be about EA and how the customization beyond just players and trying to create a uniform is non-existent. I mean, I know they have custom uniforms, but really it's just an alternate uniform within the game that was pre-made. It's not custom like the uniforms on my team. You unlock very early, where you can add any kind of logo that's uploaded to 2K's thing. Just something that's policed by the players themselves. Players being people who play 2K, not NBA Players Association. Though the odd thing enough is just that I mean, this is really just... You get 10 logos with like an animal on them or something. Then you have 16 helmets for your US roster, which I should have mentioned that earlier about this game, but you get 3 roster choices. The first one being your 9 Canadian teams, then your 10th Canadian team, so they kind of have an expansion option, and then there's your American League, which is 16 teams. So yeah, you got logos for the American teams, and then finally you have just the letter logo, which I did a lot of for this because I don't know when they're going to update the game and put in logo creators so you can like actually make the Argonauts logo, or at least attempt to. Oh yeah, and there's one of those bullshit passes I was talking about. But yeah, because I remember seeing something about logo creator a while back, but I don't know if even the PC has it yet. But who knows? There's still months, even though there's just really not much replay value to this game. Especially if you're able to like go through the season mode if you really want to. Oh, well, you look at that. 10-0. Oh, whatever will I do? Oh, trust me, you will see. And look at that. Not so bueno return. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna just try to accelerate this part as much as I can because gameplay wise, again, it's pretty slow with like transitions between plays. The fact that they bring up like the stats for every quarter. Like, not to say that it's... Ooh, what the fuck? Not to say that it's gonna like show what happened every quarter, but I mean like stats by the end of the first quarter, stats by the end of the second, third, and yeah. Kind of wish they'd give the quarterbacks a better arm rating. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the starters usually have a rating of 80, but they can only throw like 20 to 30 yards downfield. And if you throw a bullet out, then forget it. You're just gonna throw it at the ground, like kind of like that. Hey, almost like at times it'd be better if you named some of these quarterbacks Curtis Painter. Which, it's funny that I only know Curtis Painter because I once had a friend that was a Colts fan, and he somehow knew about this guy who was stuck behind Jim Sorgi. And they were both forgettable because they didn't really pan out to anything. They were just bench riders for Peyton Manning. Or bench warmers, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Oh, look at that. It's like one of those catches where you know they could have caught it, but I guess it's just like a limitation on the hit detection of whether or not they catch it or not. Because like sometimes they'll be wide open and act like they're about to catch it, but then it just hits like an invisible wall and then it just falls straight to the ground. I mean, granted, this is the only second iteration of this game, but who knows how much better they could go from here on. I mean, at least it's not like Canadian Football 17, where You just gave your receivers infinite amount of time and chucked the ball downfield like your Uncle Rico. Like you're back at your own one, and then you're just throwing bombs all the way beyond the end zone. I mean, I should probably go look at those videos again, because that shit was crazy. Oh, just like this. I mean, seriously, you should have been down, but instead it's like the referee just lets him throw it off his back, and then it's a lateral pass, and boom, touchdown. Trust me, you will see some shit. It's gonna be laughably hilarious too. Especially with that play where you see a defensive lineman outrun a wide receiver. I mean, fuck, I don't even think the Vic Beasley card from Madden 16 could do it, where it's like they gave him 91 speed, which for a DN is ridiculous. Oh yeah, and if you hear the door thuds, ignore that. It's just my cat. Let him in or not let him in? Fuck it. Well, that's the only kind of pussy you get. Shut up, Hank. Yes, big boy. Oh yeah, you know what, fuck it. So Garfield, what's your opinion on this game? Nope. Just gonna walk away from me. You're either in or you're out. You can only choose one, little kitty. Anyways, sorry for the interruption. God damn it, go back there and stroke that pussy. Trust me, it's good practice, I'll tell you what. Silence. Oh yeah, neat gain. Now if only I could slide. Alright, time for a fairly long drive and a little demonstration of some cheese that I found with, well, that it kind of works with some teams and it doesn't work with others. But it's like with each team you have a few plays that work really well. I guess it's kind of like that competitive play where you find that one player just spams the same 3 fucking plays. Oh, let's see, it's not going to be this one, but I think it was Yankee that... It's like the tight ends got open every time. Oh, look at that! Normally you do not see fullbacks run that fast. Of course, then again, hell, fullbacks barely exist in these days, outside of being like a lead blocker. Oh yeah, that's right, a quick cut to this. Because it's like, it skipped out on this play. And then it's like, it did some weird shit. Just look at this, escapes the pocket. Hurls the ball. Oh shit, that's right about I forgot, I had difficulty trying to do a follow it using this camera because it doesn't lock onto the ball. There we go. There we go, past me. You get the... Oh, Allstate, that's it. When you pick Allstate, you're in good hands. Oh yeah, and sometimes these animations look kind of awkward. But it's not too much to think about. And if anything, that's most of this game. It's like, it's just not much to look at, not much to play, but not bad either. I mean, if this were like $60, I could see why people would be enraged about it, but I'm not too enraged about it because I know that this isn't even close to that, and neither is the price. Especially when you have shit like that where the receiver drops an open pass. Although they kind of do that in Madden too, especially in Madden 19 now, where it's like you'll go for the rack catch and your player doesn't even bother like going for the ball. Like they just let him hit it, or let the ball hit him in the back of either the back of their head, or they just let it hit him in the back. They don't even bother like twisting their body to try and grab it. That or they'll lazily reach out for it, but yeah. Oh yes, and the difficulty of running the ball in this game, as you will see. Oh, stuffed like a jive turkey. Oh, look at little Garfield sleeping in the corner. Oh, finally. Kicking off again. With the lead. This surely will not fail. Come on, I said this surely won't fail. There you go. Alright. Select this and surprisingly he didn't go for the pick. But whatever, he still leveled the receiver as he caught it. Now, you see, this is why you don't do these kinds of videos. Really now. I'll tell you what, I've seen PewDiePie say better things during his videos, and he blurted out both the N-word and then, well, showed he was like the leader of the Fourth Reich. I'll tell you what. Okay, come on, Hank. That's not even how he says. Oh, there we go. The sack to turn it over on downs. What the hell is this? There's only 3 downs. It's Canadian football. That doesn't mean the Canadians play it any differently. I say, it's retarded that they only give you 3 downs. And what's this? They're running forward before the snap. Yeah, I'm not answering that one. Don't mind Hank, everybody. Do not mind Hank. Well, if anybody's made it this long. Alright, all I gotta do is run the clock out and... Oh yes! I will give Madden credit to this, the fact that it allows you to run the clock out quickly, even though, again, if you played some of the older Maddens, you'd have to just kind of sit there and slowly watch the clock tick down. Until it's like 3 or 2 seconds left and then you snap it. Instant downage. Oh, don't worry. I can just punt, play good D, and wrap this game up. Never mind. I forgot that I was trying to go for it here, and then... yeah. Again, don't play this game like it's Madden, or else... you will see fuckery at levels like this. It'll... this is like Chase, well, no, I know, Kyle Larson choke job. Yeah, it's a Kyle Larson choke job. I'm probably gonna get some hate for saying that, but come on. He leads a lot of laps and then chokes the race away. And it's happened several times. Or better yet, hell, especially when it's like he was able to pull the slide job, get that last lap pass, and then Kyle Busch did some Rubbins racing to beat him. Alright, here you go. I got enough time to do this. Now, if only I could get a little bit more protection. It's almost like playing Russian roulette, only using rubbers, and then you just hope you don't get the one that has like the hole poked in it. Alright, let's do this. This play has not worked a dozen times before, but who says that won't work? It won't work again. It's like... Oy! Alright, come on. Escape it! At least there's no passes in this game where it's like the quarterback just throws the ball straight upwards. Wide open catch. Oh yeah, you see stuff like that. It's probably a big negative to the game. Oh yeah, that's right. This part's gonna take longer than usual, and you will see why. First down. Alright, now call a timeout because I believe I still have a chance. Especially considering how quickly you can go through 3 downs in this game. And offsides is a game sealer. Even though I'd imagine anyone who has a sharp eye would notice at this point that he was clearly not offsides. But it's whatever. And it's an L. So, this has been Shiro48. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Well, that went well. Oh, fuck. They just want to rub it in my face. Well, fuck me, am I right? You know, your mic's still on. Fuck.